so
Man,
catchy.
I know. We went from sauntering off into the sunset to it's skanking time.
Oh, you have to wait till the ending. We
Oh,
haven't
okay.
abandoned the cowboy yet.
Excellente.
That's what I worked on today. And I screwed up. Y'all didn't see the first of the intro because I screwed up. I clicked the buttons in the wrong order. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Well, we are like Sunday evening it. This is like first time at this time slot, right?
Yep. I have a son who's not quite driving yet, but has a job. So I have to pick him up. Well, I had to drop him off early. So, and you had stuff to do today.
Yeah,
And
I was over at my mom's house. It was a sports ball day today in Kansas City. So
I saw people making references to it. Robo is a fan of something. I don't know teams or any sport things.
Yeah. You can't. The Chiefs are Kansas City right now for sure. So it's a big thing here right now. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But this time slot looks good, and I can put my girls.
Yeah.
I can help put my girls down for bed after this, so it's perfect.
And we usually go at 9, and that's he gets off at 9:30, usually a little bit earlier. So we're just gonna hang out for a couple of hours, get out of here at 9, and then
Yeah, because it feels like it's been a minute. It hasn't been that long though, has it?
It's been we missed because of cold.
Oh yeah, freezing.
And then
cold.
we missed. Oh, we did our top 5 in January 1st. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's been a couple of weeks, a few weeks.
Yes, a month. Robo's rooting for the Lions because they wear blue, and that's if I'm watching sports, it's like, yay, go blue team,
go blue team. That's our baseball team. Our baseball team's blue, but
I know that I've been to a Royals game.
Yeah,
yeah, and I've seen it. Wait, was that football on TV in New York City?
Yes. That was Toy Fair. My brother and I drug you to a bar
My first bar experience in New York was a sports bar.
They were playing the New York team, so yeah, that was
So there we were, Kansas City fans in the middle of a New York City bar.
It's funny. I'm not a huge sports guy at all, but it's fun this time of year when your team's winning, I guess.
I don't even keep track. When she says something about, there's something going on downtown, which is where the school and everything is. I'm like, what sport is going on right now?
Well, it was tough for me because my mom was in the 1970s, my mother was a cheerleader for the Chiefs. So I grew up in the 80s, in 90s as in a house that's very much about it. So I didn't shake it completely.
My parents were Atlanta fans, but I think that was mostly because TBS was a staple, was on all the time. So
But we got toys, and that's what I love.
That's right.
That's what I really love to talk about. And it's been fun, even though we haven't chatted in this setting for about a month. The past week and a half or so, watching you grow up into that Masters of the Universe fan that I always knew you would.
Well,
it's been wonderful.
You know that I've always been a fan of the property. I just didn't do a lot of the. Well, okay, here's the thing. I have you to blame. Remember from way back in the day when Classics started? I was like, no, I don't need to do He-Man. And then you had an extra Faker or something.
Yeah.
Faker was my first. That was my gateway.
The blue He-Man.
Yeah, that there blue He-Man, and then I went back and got He-Man and stuff. And I've got a decent Classics collection because I was a couple of years in, and that was Mattel. That was the subscription, right? Just middle of the year they dropped it. I stopped sending me stuff, quit charging me 1 year, but it was past my sweet spot for He-Man. They were into like lesser known characters and stuff. So that didn't hurt my feelings too much. And then I've gotten some Masterverse here and there, but man, you do something Filmation-y. and I'm in. I'm like, oh, well, at San Diego, when we turned the corner and saw this sitting there, it was like, oh, I may be in trouble.
Well, and I've
But
got the first few so far, and I have to say that Beastman is probably my favorite of the ones that I have so far, but I am still kind of disappointed that they toned down the orange in him from San Diego till now.
and a perfect example, because when Mattel started doing the Filmation stuff too, what, Club Grayskull, did they call it that, or was that Super 7?
Super 7 did Club Grayskull, I think. Yeah.
For the Filmation type stuff. Well, I've had those tucked away, hidden away, because I haven't had space to open them up and put them out properly.
Yeah.
So getting that Beastman out of the package this week too, for comparisons, you can see the orange difference. I think this is way more accurate.
And which is crazy, because Classics was guilty, in my opinion, in two negative ways, and that the ankles were, on so many figures, the ankles were loose. Yeah. And then they always tone down the bright colors. And so Origins has been the opposite of that. And then they go and do that with Beastman. And so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. So I don't hate either of these. If you held a stasis ray to my head.
Oh, listen to you. I'm so proud.
Here's how far I fell down the rabbit hole when I opened these. I went back and watched Masks of Power and
Diamond Ray of Disappearance?
No, the dragon.
Dragon Invasion.
Dragon Invasion.
Yeah.
Where he has the hover, or the hover ray? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Something. And I was like, man, I forgot how much I love these, because it's almost been since the 80s that I've watched more than a couple of minutes a clip on YouTube or something. So
I went through my oldest went through a big He-Man and She-Ra phase with me when Classics was pretty close to being, well, no, I don't know. She was there at the tail end of Classics, but she loved to play with them, and I got her all of the She-Ra characters from Classics too, because she loves She-Ra. So I went through the seasons a few times. Both He-Man and She-Ra during that time, because I've got the DVD. They're the big DVD collections, definitely just DVD.
Well, see, I think I got the DVD collections for Christmas one year, and the kids took them and was watching them back in their rooms at a time. But even that was 10, 15 years ago. That was when they were little.
But this is perfect timing, though, because you can watch modern He-Man cartoon, because the new season of the Netflix show is out there now, which I've only gotten through the first couple of episodes, but man, it's awfully good.
That's what I've been hearing. I'm gonna have to queue it up, because I recorded the weekly the morning after, and there was a little Masterverse news to talk about, so I went theorizing and stuff, and apparently I was all wrong, but that's okay. I'm good with that. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would be the Super
Classic,
7.
the classic, the whatever it is. Yeah, Beastman. Yep.
I think the shape is more like the cartoon, the overall proportions, but more than anything, especially for Beastman, ab crunch, because he was always hunched over. You can't do that here.
Yeah. Well, so you get a big time thumbs up. Where's my thumbs up?
The effects
aren't working tonight, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd give you the.
Oh, did I nail one little bit? See, I need to, because looking at Keldor's face on the faces on the figure, I thought he either redeemed himself and took the throne back, or ascended to the throne, or all that, or he went through the coronation and was like, because the faces, especially the package art is very compassionate looking.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to get caught up on the rest of that this week. Hopefully, I've just been busy. It's been so busy around
I know.
here.
Oops.
Oh, getting phone calls. It is busy. Busy.
And that's what we were talking about. I was late today. It was my fault today. Usually it's Veebs, but I was running all over town trying to get back here.
Well, I'm glad you're happy with your Filmation Classics Beastman and your Filmation Origins Beastman. I am still waiting on my Filmation Origins Merman, but he did show up on the back of someone's packaging. I can't remember, was it Trapjaw or Tila? Somebody's.
I think Trapjaw has been the one popping out. Has anybody got? Oh, probably, huh? Tila's probably out there, huh?
Yeah, they're probably getting out there in some capacity, but yeah, I'm ready for Merman. So
yes.
I'll be happy with this little guy until he comes along.
And I think what I'm going to do, since this will be my display and this will be my play, I'm only opening these when I get the corresponding these.
Oh, that's fun.
So we'll see what happens. Except Trapjaw and Spycore. Trapjaw.
Spycore was already open.
Yeah, that was you trying to bring me over to the dark side.
Well, seems as though it worked.
It did. It took a while.
Yeah.
Oh, check it out. I have Tila and she's amazing.
Okay. That Tila's the one that I'm really looking out for, because I'm wondering how able you are to be able to use the Origins Filmation head on the Classics animated Tila Filmation body, because that head wasn't one of the best ones. Yeah, I think the skin tone matching would not be in my favor, because Super 7 used and still sometimes uses that almost like transparent fleshy plastic color. So I don't know, but it's just, oh man, it would be nice if that worked out.
My problem, and the eyes, man.
Yeah,
some of the eyes. Evelyn, Trapjaw, Tila.
Yeah, Evelyn was a Mattel figure, and man, both of those heads were just not good.
Oh, did Evelyn have two heads?
Yeah, there's an unmasked one too, or not masked, but
right,
crown thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's too small for classics.
Oh, that's a bummer, man. Even for that little Tila, because the Filmation Tila is little. That's a shame.
Yeah, when I was the ball, the sockets don't match between the two lines. They're close. Yeah. I can't quite get the He-Man head down, but it looks like the He-Man head will fit on the Origins body.
Really?
But not Skeletor. That's big difference.
Yeah, he's got the big hood and whatnot that's got to look right proportionally.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm looking at that new Eternia snout spout. Have they showed a snout spout?
Yes, they showed him at Comic-Con. Like the new Eternia snout spout, Triclops, Mechanic, those haven't come out yet, even though those were shown off way back at Comic-Con, I think. Yeah.
Can't keep track of all of it. Yeah,
and Roboto, Roboto's out. New Eternia Trapjaw is out, and I think that New Eternia Trapjaw is the best New Eternia figure they've done so far. Even better than Ram Man.
I want to see a New Eternia Stinkor.
I want everybody New Eternia at this point. It's easy for me to say I need a New Eternia Merman, but I want to see at least all of the main cast in that New Eternia look, because it's almost like the New Eternia figures are bigger than the regular Masterverse figures too, so it becomes more difficult to get them to like really fit in with each other.
Yeah, because I got the Ram Man, but I think that's my last one. Since these are.
If you see Trapjaw, he might be hard to pass up.
Ah, dang it! Stop.
He's nice. He's really nice. Plus, you can swap the jaw with his clampy arm attachment, so he can have like this big iron jaw instead of
that's
like
right.
the regular one. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Did you know the plural of y'all is all y'all?
You know, I lived in San Antonio for several years, and where I live now and where I grew up and where I've always lived until San Antonio, y'all wasn't something that was, you know, used a lot. It's always been, for me, it's always been you guys. That's just the dialect or whatever where I grew up. But I had an employee that worked for me when I was in San Antonio, and he very kindly but very seriously told me the difference between y'all and all y'all, and how he described it was y'all and all y'all. that's how he described it to me. I think it was effective because I haven't forgotten it. So when someone says all y'all, I know what that means now.
That's pretty perfect. That's exactly what it is. You see the pic of G.I. Joe Vamp in hand? I saw some of those pictures on Twitter. Yeah.
I can't get me enough of dem Joes. And it's funny because the Vamp looks fantastic, but man, I can't wait to have the Vamp so that, like, you know, it's Clutch, right?
Yes.
Clutch is with the Vamp, right? So he can drive, but then like have Duke or Scarlet, like the new retro Duke or Scarlet, like sitting in the front seat, and then like have the, for all intents and purposes, retro Roadblock like standing in the back. Just so cool. It's so cool.
You're gonna have a display piece.
Yeah.
Or yins.
Yeah. You know what? A couple jobs ago, we had an office in Pittsburgh, and I would travel there regularly. And I always thought Pittsburgh was beautiful. I really enjoyed going there, but I got my lesson about yinsers too while I was there. I didn't grow up saying y'all, but I was very cognizant of the fact that y'all was a thing. I had never heard of yins before I started working there. So
nope. Y'all is very ingrained in my head, and now when I hear it's just, I don't know if I'm getting old or just hearing people from other say y'all. It's almost like stop that. Are you Nick Cage in Con Air? Stop it. No. But I accept it. It's fine. It's just for a second it throws me off thinking, wait, y'all, that's did you grow up watching Hee Haw? No. See, I blame Veebs too, originally.
You know what? I am welcoming of the blame that comes with the propagation of Motu fandom and collecting. I'm very much about that. So
I'm shooting video, I'm reviewing. It's like, what has happened to me?
I'm hoping that I can be effective with that for Mega Man too.
Now, Mega Man doesn't have any childhood nostalgia involved, you know.
But just you wait. You get that figure in hand that I'm going to send you, and you're going to be like, "Oh, this is fun, y'all!
This is fun, y'all! Come get all y'all." What is New Eternia? Is it Mattel's version of Classified, or is it tied to some kind of media? It's Mattel's Masterverse interpretation of the original designs plus concept art.
Yes, it's like, because before they started doing New Eternia, it was really just Revolution, Masters of the Universe, Revelation, and those figures. The New Eternia is like the proprietary take on Motu that is native to Masterverse, right? So the figures are a little bit bigger. They're proportioned in more human ways, but they're still like bubbly and they go all out on the details and stuff. And yeah.
It's just another way for Mattel to release the main cast again.
Well, and you know, I'm very, very, I don't want to say hesitant, but I'm very discerning when it comes to like new takes on Motu designs, if it's not based in something. I don't know. Like Classics was a perfect update of like the vintage stuff for me, and Origins was that too. But New Eternia is kind of more like 2000X when it's like a completely different like design aesthetic choice or whatever that's kind of its own thing. So I tend to be pretty discerning when it comes to that. But they're doing a really good job, I think, with the New Eternia stuff. Like I am in awe of the quality of Mondo's figures, but I don't care for the aesthetic of them, if that makes sense. So it's tough for me. And I've never been a 2000X fan, which I think has been I've been pretty loud about that in the past, but I do like the New Eternia stuff for sure, especially because, to your point, like concept art things like that, they have some pretty like you got to know it winks to it that are cool.
Yeah. Now, no, Wes, no. I was digging in my tub of classics, and Mossman's in there. And it was like, shh, no. I had to come get a glove. An oven mitt.
One of my kids, I forget which one. They caught the flockophobia from you because one of them can't stand it. It might be locked. Yeah.
It's not natural. The flocking. Swap CoverGirl's hair on the Black Widow. No, I did not.
That was me.
No, wait, no. Yes, I did. I think I thought of
that was me. It's right there. the short-haired Black Widow head with the hair that goes between the eye, like glued to the hair on CoverGirl, I think works really well.
Yeah, my CoverGirl is stock, I believe. Camera looks good. I've got it pulled up right behind the monitor, and the monitor is mounted to my desk, and I shake the monitor, and it was like driving me nuts. Stop it. The only New Eternia figure that I have is bearded armored He-Man. I love a good battle armor He-Man, but I didn't get it.
You know what? I don't think I got that one either, because I have the Comic-Con 40th anniversary He-Man and Skeletor that are standing in as New Eternia because they fit with those figures because they're bigger too. I was at the show and I couldn't even get it. I ordered that. Remember, we were in the hotel room and I was standing there in line, like sweating. But I got one. Yeah.
What about terrifying Mondo maskless Orko? Not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah. And that to that point, that was taken from a single cell in the cartoon.
Really?
Like there is an episode, and I'm sorry, showing the limitations of my He-Man-ness here. I can't tell you the name of the episode, but there is like a single frame where he's like falling onto the ground, and boom, his head's there, and then he's back to all covered up. So they did take that straight from there, which is kind of cool. And I'll be honest with you, I know I said that I love the work that Mondo does, but I'm not a fan of the aesthetic. Man, the pack-in Orko and Driel that come with that figure, though, they look like they're perfect for classics. And it's like, if those things weren't $250, I would probably jump at that.
See, I thought those were a smaller scale, but if Orko, I don't know if they go that small. I haven't seen any comparison pictures.
I haven't either.
What did I just see? Oh, y'all went on with flocking. Can you show that CoverGirl again, please?
You can make me get up out the chair.
No.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, see, y'all know what is going on. Yeah, it was my idea. Or Mondo Orko legs. Now, the legs don't bother me. The legs make sense because When I watched Masks of Power, remember when they're down in the pit and Orko's magic goes away and then he's just
Yeah. I have to say, I think the legs are more terrifying than the unmasked.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I had a great idea.
Yeah, you sure did. There she is. There she is. I mean, I would say that she is prime candidate for a retro version, and in a retro version, I hope they do the blonde. I hope she gets two heads. I hope they do a new redhead and the blonde version too. But for now, I think it fits in. I think this does a great job.
See, flockophobia. It's a real thing.
I want to say it's my middle one. She doesn't like avoid everything to touch it, but when she touches it, she's like, I don't think I like that.
Oh, really? It'll get worse.
It's like allergies. They get better or worse as you get older.
Because I seem to remember, well, okay, Mossman was flocked as a kid. But you know what? Even back then, it was Panther was the worst.
Really? Well,
Mossman's was okay because of the gruffness.
Mm-hmm.
But Panther was just nightmare fuel. It was.
Well, it's funny because I'm sure I've told this story before. When we were kids, my brother and I collected our action figure lines together, and for Masters of the Universe, he had the good guys, and I had the bad guys. But one Christmas morning, when my mom wrapped two figures together. It was Fisto and Mossman back to back, and then she wrapped them together, and they were for him. And he opened them, and he freaked out. He was so scared of Mossman that. Then they became Mossman and Fisto became my two good guys, which is why they're still my two favorite Masters of the Universe good guys. And he got Too Bad and Clawful were his. Because I traded him. Yeah. Because those were the ones that I got.
Dang, Too Bad, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. I always had them fight because they could punch each other in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Easy breezy, beautiful.
Well, she is now. That I didn't care for the face printing that they used for that cover girl, and maybe even the sculpt itself, but then mine was slightly off too, so I could not have that.
Did you glue the one strand over?
Yeah, okay. I did. Yep, because I don't know. It just looked better that way to me
instead of hanging down.
Yeah. For Widow, it's fine, but I'm not a short hair Black Widow goes with the gray costume to me. Otherwise, my Black Widow has long hair.
And the gray Widow came with short hair.
Yeah. And that very like 80s, 90s like mom hair.
That's my Black Widow on the shelf.
I have that Black Widow displayed. She's not in my primary Legends display, but she is right over there.
What about Grizzlord? Does his fur count as flocking? No, that is fur.
He's furry, yeah.
If that was that, I'd be like, no dogs, no cats.
No.
Well, it's no cats anyway, but.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats. So. But you know what I'm not allergic to? Little furry, new furry friends, is that I've been showing these guys off on my Instagram account, but I got the Boss Fight Fraggle Rock figures, and man, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you like Fraggle Rock, which you should, these are incredible. These figures instantly fit in with the Palisades Muppet figures, but like any figure that like you consider to be like the ultimate iconic version of a character, these guys are instantly in that category with them. They are so good. They're so good.
I was never a Fraggle.
So the Muppet Show was on really before me. So I watched like reruns of the Muppet Show, but it feels like Fraggles was right about my time, because I think I know growing up as a kid, I watched more Fraggle Rock than I did Muppet Show. So
I didn't watch a lot of Muppet Show. I'm just not a Muppet guy, I guess. I mean, I kind of remember the show being on.
Sir, do you not like fun and irreverence at all?
No, Muppet Babies was something to sit through to get to the good cartoons.
Muppet Babies was awesome too.
Okay, I sat and watched Muppet Babies, but it wasn't my favorite. It was the first thing on.
Okay. Well, the Fraggle Rock figures, I hope they're a runaway success for Boss Fight, because they're absolutely incredible. And I recorded a conversation with Andrew Franks of Boss Fight Studio late last week, and that'll probably be up sometime, not this coming week, but early the following week, right? We have a moratorium on that because they're getting ready to reveal some new stuff this week, and we talked about it, so we're not going to put that up until after they get a chance to reveal it. But there's some cool stuff to see in that video, so
it's good for next Tuesday, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you mean like a week from this coming one?
Yeah.
Yep. We're free and clear for that.
Because I'm working a con next weekend. So
where
are
you going?
Perfect. Little Rock.
Oh, semi-local, semi-local.
Yeah, I'm just helping a buddy run his booth. So that's just standing in an aisle, selling stuff and hanging out,
looking for the pigeons.
But no, it'll be well, I guess the first one I've done that in a couple years, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's cool.
Get out of town for a couple days.
That's cool. You know, talking about that reminded me, I'm going to be having a Super 7 conversation here pretty quickly, but we haven't had a chance to talk since they revealed their Dungeons and Dragons figures. What are you thinking about those?
Down in Little Rock. I don't think okay. They announced that directly after I finally picked up Hasbro Dungeons and Dragons Cartoon Series 2 on clearance at Target, wasn't it? Somewhere. I got them fairly cheap. So I have the main team filled out. But those the spirit things. What are those? The
shadow demons. Yeah.
The shadow demons would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Dekion looks pretty cool too.
Yeah. He'd be huge though next to the Hasbro ones, right?
Maybe-ish, but he'd fit in probably pretty well with the NECA stuff. With Warduke and Strongheart and all the other ones that you're buying.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
But as far as looking like the cartoon, I think the Super 7 stuff does a little better job. It looks a little closer, but it also gives a few more expressions.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So, but it comes down to Hank drawing a bow.
Yeah.
Will he draw a bow?
I'm going to ask about it.
Because I chewed out the elbow on mine in order to get the thing back, which can be hidden, but
yeah, and that I think aside from Eric having some weird color stuff, I like the Hasbro figures, and I don't have a problem with their articulation scheme, but functionally I don't think their articulation is very good. You know, it's like the joints are there, but they're not good. They don't have good range of movement, I guess, and stuff like that. So I think that's my biggest beef with those, because overall I like them.
So you're going to be in for the Super 7?
Yeah, I will be. Yep. It's too much to. I have a feeling they're gonna get a chance to go a little deeper. So
shadows are cool, but damn shiny for shadows. I think it's because they're so smooth, right? I mean,
well, and it'll be interesting. I mean, they're just renders right now, which I get it. They put a gloss shininess to the renders, but maybe we'll see how those go.
Oh, did any of you grab the special edition minus color version Godzilla -1 from Super 7? So many minuses. I didn't grab. I love that movie. I saw it in color. I'm going to attempt to get there this week to see it in black and white, but I didn't get the figures.
They sold out.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
They only had a certain amount, though, right? I mean, was it?
Yeah, it was a limited 1,500. Yeah.
I don't know if it does look cool in black and white. So I don't know.
Oh. It's a lot of stuff.
I know. I'm going to get them, hopefully, because my kid works at the movie theater. Hopefully, I'm going to get the poster at some point.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a stand-up, like a standee type thing.
No. He doesn't work at a good theater.
Oh.
Unfortunately, here in small town, that it's kind of struggling, but I think they're staying open to keep the bigger theater from coming in. Robo don't know subtractions. Abnugler doesn't know. Subtraction, unless it makes subtractions. Is that what you meant? Before I get all cleaners, I'm rubber, you're glue.
Oh.
The Super 7 will function and pose better.
You know, some of their recent stuff has been pretty nice as far as posability goes. I get that that's not always the case with some of their stuff, but like you said, it's that Hank bow draw thing that's really tempting for me. And the way that they're showing it, they're showing that Sheila can do this with both. I mean, they've even got sculpted hands to recreate the I'm taking off or putting the hood on pose. So that's, yeah.
Robo, did you break out your Yolopark Megatron? I did not. Not yet. I'm going to very, very soon. For doing that review this week, I can't decide between that and a play day. So we'll see.
It would be terrible if you had to do both.
I got to keep the schedule. YouTube.
Yeah. Damn algorithms.
I know, dang it. As much as I want to change things up, it's like, hey, how dare you change things up?
This is weird and I don't know.
YOLO Mega Review. Well, I don't think Optimus is going to be out until April, May, June, somewhere in there. So, although it would be cool to wait. After this week's rewind, though, I did see pictures of Megatron and Optimus Prime together, and Megatron looks slightly wider and bigger.
What? That's not right? Or it should.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to go back and look again.
No. I'm sorry. I'm not doubting that you are correct.
No. I know what you mean.
Right?
It depends on. Yeah. To me, they should always be the exact same size.
Okay.
They should be. And I can't remember where they posted those because I missed them for the actual weekly. How is the heft of the Yolopark kits? Do they feel like Bandai models in terms of weight, hollowness? No, they're die-cast. They have some die-cast parts, I think.
Wow.
And light-up feature. I vote Playday. I've got a shelf that I've been keeping the Playday stuff on. Like I've got this. I've got replacements for Balin and Shin's lightsabers.
Oh. Did you get the red ones?
No, not yet. I haven't got those figures in yet.
Oh, because I got mine are orange. I got mine from Big Bad and they're orange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, these are orange. So we'll see how that goes. But I got a yellow blade too
Yeah, that yellow blade's kind of cool too.
And Got some holocrons.
Oh, very nice.
From Cubic 3D prints.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I was hoping, I was putting off a play day until I got Balin, and I haven't seen him yet.
Man, the Landspeeder Luke swap is so good. I need to get some black tack to put underneath his shoulders, like he did, to put him out square a little bit more. I have not swapped shins yet.
Shins.
Yeah, just because I haven't wanted to pay for the fodder parts. It's like I need those to go on sale. But with her now being significantly shorter than him, it doesn't bother me as much, even though she should be even shorter than she actually is. And I'm sorry, I'm looking over there because I'm looking at them while I'm talking about them.
They're way over there.
Yeah, over there. Oh, your childhood was trash. You did miss it. But you know what? I'm going to bring back. I've only got Red and Gobo sitting with me. So, yes, we are going to dance our cares away. And everyone's going to be very, very happy with these. They are exceptional action figures, and they do the property quite proud. And I cannot wait until my boy Boober comes out in the next wave.
Look at that. I'm sorry, Jamie Lynn Parks. I completely missed it. There you go. I appreciate it. I think I remember that someone peeled the cover girl hair off and glued it to the Black Widow sculpt.
Oh, really? I don't think I've seen that.
Is cover girl? Well, I don't know. I haven't messed with those.
Far too lazy to do something like that, but that could work for sure.
It wasn't intentional. Is Fraggle Rock 1/12 or non-scale? They're large. Again, I don't remember Fraggles, but I remember the dog, and they were way smaller, right?
Not way smaller, and in fact,
not that much smaller.
Not that much smaller, and in fact, he's pretty close. Sprocket's pretty close to being in scale. Spoiler alert. I will tell you this: they're in scale with Palisades Muppet figures. So, however you consider those to be, whatever they are, they're in scale with those.
Yeah, I've been looking at Walmart's, but I have not seen them anywhere. Mine are Ahsoka Wave. Well, I guess that would be Ahsoka Wave, wouldn't it? But it's the first one. I'm just now getting the droid.
Hu Yang.
Hu Yang.
You rang. Hu Yang.
You rang. I don't know Star Wars names. I'm a Motu collector.
Sorry. Us Star Wars fans need to take a step back and remember
that. Here's my new bread and butter. No, it's Star Wars. I'm still getting that. X-Men's my steak and potatoes. This would be my eggs and bacon. My biscuits and gravy.
Eggy bakey.
Oh man, I loved watching the Littles when I was younger. We are the Littles.
They lived in the vents, right? Or they came out through the vents in the.
And I watched that show, but I didn't. It was another one of those where I just kind of sat through it, waiting for the next one. Because don't get me wrong, I sat there and watched it, but it was I don't know, that the guy that flew the plane. He was always like this. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the wise older one.
Yeah.
I guess I gravitate towards the old wiser one.
I watched those. I watched that cartoon a lot because it was on with other stuff, as we were kind of talking about before. But I struggle with names from it.
Yeah, I don't remember any of their names. Are the Fraggles in scale with Alf?
No, I don't know. I have. If you go to my Instagram, you can see a picture in my Gobo post with them standing with like a bunch of Muppets and stuff like that. So you can kind of get an idea of how big they are. I don't know how they should be scaled to Alf, but Gobo and Kermit are very close to. Not counting Gobo's hair, they're very close to about the same height if you have the Palisades Kermit.
Dinky little.
Dinky. Yeah, that's right. Man.
Wait a second. If we're talking childhood cartoons, we need super articulated premium Arthur figures.
I don't know. I think just one with a clenched fist is all you really need, right?
I still need to grab the Ahsoka stuff. Last Black Series I got were R5 and the Mando Fleet Dude. Those are fairly new, right?
Yeah, because I don't even think I have R5 yet. I don't, actually.
R5's good.
Oh, but is there all full? Where's all full? Where's all full?
All full. He's the next one.
I hope so.
No, that's an R4 unit. Grief Karga's R4. Is that R4? I don't know. It's a different shaped head. Lions are falling apart. Niners are rolling. SMH.
SMH. Dang. Nobody wants the Niners.
Oh, man. 112 Scooby-Doo and Flintstones, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that we've talked about at length that I would love to have. 112 scale. And honestly, with stuff like that, I wouldn't need them to be like super action figures with tons of accessories and stuff like that. It's like, give me some, moderately priced, which I guess would be low to mid 20s at this point for 112 action figures, and don't make them go crazy, But yeah.
Do you have Fraggle Rock on DVD? Other guilty pleasures, He-Man and T-Cats, I bet.
Yes, I have all of those things on DVD.
I mean, like I said, I think the He-Man set, the Master set, is floating around somewhere. And that may be it. Oh, maybe Transformers somewhere.
But those DVDs are in disguise, so you don't know that you're looking.
Yeah, it transforms into. It's actually a Walkman right now. Let's get a line of Fantastic Max. I don't know what Fantastic Max is.
I don't either. Fantastic Max. Frankly, it sounds made up.
We need a new vision of Versionaries too.
That'd be fun. You know what figures I liked when I was a kid were Supernaturals, but it's not like those really need to be updated because their whole things are just holograms.
I don't remember those much either.
I only had a few of them, but I really liked them.
How about Boss Fight doing Snorks? Was that the one with the tubes on their heads and they could shoot them backwards and go through
Underwater
the
water Smurfs? Underwater Smurfs. Yeah.
Underwater Smurfs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Swim along with the Snorks.
I don't ask, but a new Dino Riders line in any scale. I would do unspeakable things for crying.
I never was into Dino Riders as a kid. It's like I didn't even know it existed. It's a cool concept, and the figures are cool. So, I mean, I wouldn't, wish it that it didn't happen, but I don't have that that nostalgic draw to it.
I'm praying we finally get 1/12 Ecto 1. I did see an Ecto 1 at Target, but I think it's scaled towards those newer, smaller, cartoony figures.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Have you ever imagined a live action Jetsons?
I mean, we've got pretty much that stuff at this point, right? Video phones and yeah, I don't know.
I don't have a robot.
Well, that's your problem. I had Alfie back in the 80s.
I always wanted that arm at Radio Shack with the 2 sticks that just.
We had one of those. We had a robot that had a big arm that would move up and down and had pincher things, and it had a remote control, but it was wired to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got the robot arm. Gummy bears? Anyone?
I love that show, and the theme song to Gummy Bears was sung by one of the singers from the band Toto, and he's also John Williams' son, the John Williams' son. So if you didn't know that about Gummy Bears, there you go.
I did not.
There you go. His son's in Toto, and he sang the Gummy Bears theme song.
I wasn't gummy. I don't remember a lot about Gummy Bears. I'm more of a Shirt Tails kind of guy.
I like Shirt Tails too. We have a couple Gummy Bears on seasons on DVD here, and the kiddos like to watch Gummy Bears every once in a while. It's fun.
Submariner Smurfs.
There's your Snorks.
Better yet, Dino Saucers. I don't remember that either. Mask though. Ooh. Shirt Tails needs a redo.
Shirt Tails. I like Digger and Bogey.
Bogey.
And Bogey.
Trollkins. Bucky O'Hare with boss fight. Did you discuss Bucky O'Hare with boss fight?
No, Bucky O'Hare is currently not ongoing at boss fight, so I don't know. Which is too bad because I really love those figures. But yeah, nothing to talk about as far as that goes, I'm afraid.
You know, I did watch some Ben 10 when my kids were that age.
I have no idea. I couldn't pick Ben 10 out of a lineup, I'll be honest with you.
I think there's been several different series now, but
really,
yeah, it was cool. He had the thing and change into an alien form that would work for his current mission or adventure.
Interesting.
Woo-hoo! Gummy Bears trivia.
Heck yeah.
Get Along Gang, I don't remember much either.
I've got the vintage Get Along Gang figures and the caboose right over there. And just the little PVC figurines, not the. But yeah, Get Along Gang, Get Along Gang. Each one's so special in his own way.
I'm sure if I saw it, hold on a second.
Montgomery's the leader, and he's such a good sport. The Get Along Gang, Get Along Gang.
Oh, nope. Maybe I didn't see this. No. The Get Along Gang and the Tattletale. Okay, episode 1. Oh, wait. Back to the 80s?
You need to when you get a minute, listen to the Get Along Gang theme song. It's pretty it's a banger, I think.
84 to 86. Okay, that was a little I think we moved in that time. I think I was living in a garage a couple of months there, so don't remind me.
Yeah, that's a Robo standby.
That's right. Thundar and Herculoids.
Yeah.
Need Fat Albert and the Junkyard Gang.
You know, it's been probably 20 years ago now. Somebody made Fat Albert action figures. I don't remember who it was. And I saw them for years at San Diego at a vendor. And every time I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to buy those. And I didn't do it. And then the year that I was like, all right, when I go to San Diego this year, I'm finally going to buy those Fat Albert figures. And they were gone. They were no longer there.
Because there's always some booths, some vendors that have the same. Yeah, it's like where they are and what they're carrying.
There's a gentleman that's been selling some of the same Marvel Legends figures since I started going to Comic-Con.
Yeah. The wall of Toy Biz.
Yeah. That would be them. Oh man, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. Heck yeah, they had that was a great theme song too.
Yeah, a whole Hanna-Barbera line. Birdman, Blue Falcon, Dino Mutt.
There must be some licensing challenges with some of that stuff because it just seems too easy.
The only thing the one I don't remember, and I see him whenever there's a group shot on a T-shirt or something. Mighty Mightor is not familiar at all for me. He's got the horns and the kind of
yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
but I don't think I've ever seen a cartoon.
Spike 005. If you like Count Duckula, go to 5ktoys.com and snoop around a little bit because there is an unlicensed, as it is though, Count Duckula figure on that site that looks pretty good. I have it on pre-order anyway. Which, speaking of, tomorrow, it's too bad it didn't get here yesterday. I think it was originally supposed to get here yesterday. But tomorrow, that Dyson, is it Dyson?
Oh, yeah. The deputy?
The deputy. I've got the Ramen Toys one on order too. But this one, sheriff. It was like, yeah, the sheriff. It was like $40 or something like that. So I kind of took a flyer on it. So I'm interested to see how that is going to be when it gets here tomorrow. Because the only thing from them that I've ever gotten are those Tom and Jerry figures.
Yeah. And those looked good and they were okay. They posed, but they got loose shortly after I got them.
Oh yeah. Those have been kind of up on the shelf and not really messed with since then.
That Count Duckula is shipping soon, I believe.
That's cool. I'm ready. If it's worth anything, and I've gotten some cool third-party stuff from 5K. So yeah.
We need a 112. Oh, hey. Thank you, Adam. Veebs, you have everything. You have the Storm Collectibles Gotcha Man. If so, any good?
I don't have those. I like Gotcha Man, but not enough to pay Storm prices for them. So.
Oh yeah, that was Storm. Yeah. Others 80s figs you recommend? I need to populate the Cat Slayer. Cat Slayer.
I mean, pretty much anything in that Ultimates, Classics, body type, size, scale, or whatever, I think would go well with Thundercat stuff. I mean, those are. I mean, if you're wanting to stay in the same relative scale, you can't really dip into like Hasbro stuff for the most part, just because Hasbro stuff is generally smaller. But Super 7 stuff, a lot of NECA stuff would probably go with there. You could put some of the like Flash Gordon stuff, NECA Flash Gordon stuff, or Defenders of the Earth. That stuff scales well with that stuff, I think. What else is there? I don't know.
I only remember the commercials for Pirates of Darkwater.
Yeah, I remember toy commercials for, but I don't think I've ever seen an episode of the show.
Same for Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah.
All you need is Captain N with Duke and Lana.
Man, Captain N would be Captain N and Lana and Duke. to, and I'd love to get the Simon Belmont, Kid Icarus, and Mega Man from that show too, and King Hippo. Like all of those, because the versions of them, they're all so wild. Those seem like those would be perfect for, a third party that you would buy from 5K Toys. I could definitely see a Captain N like from somebody on there. That would be really cool. But I don't know if it had any real traction outside the US.
Hello, Basil. That's what I said. Cat Slayer.
Cat Slayer.
Veebs, what line would you like to make Gotcha Man? Or
Like,
what company, I guess.
What company? Being a more casual Gotcha Man fan, I would say one that would put out decently priced figures. I don't know. I'm probably not good to ask about that. Like, this almost seems cliche or an easy answer out here, but Jada could probably make some pretty cool Gotcha Man figures, and they're nicely priced, so I'll go with them.
The only and I can't even remember where I watched it, but it was it Battle of the Planets here, or
G-Force,
on one of the networks,
yeah,
G-Force, something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, that's the only time I saw it, and it may have been USA Network.
And I'm a sucker for like teams that have essentially the same uniforms, but they're like color coded and whatnot. So the aesthetic really appeals to me. I just wasn't super into it ever, because it's like I'd watch it. Oh, here's an episode, and then I wouldn't see another episode for several months later or something like that. So I didn't really get consistency with it.
Skeleton Warriors. Now I'm mixing up Skeleton Warriors and Pirates of Darkwater.
Both of them have very good design aesthetics to them.
Yeah,
for sure. But I can't speak to the shows because I didn't really watch them.
Does anyone remember the show Space Knights, or is that a fever dream? I don't remember a Space Knights.
I remember ROM Space Knight, but I don't remember the show Space Knights.
I remember Galaxy Rangers.
Yeah. They had blue flight suit like things, right?
Yeah, kind of off sheriff's officer uniform type things.
Yeah.
And their intro was
cool. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Back in the day when intros were a minute and a half, 2 minutes. You try to watch that now and it's like, get to the show.
Yeah. That was another one that I always liked, and I thought it looked cool, but I never saw a whole lot of it because I couldn't watch it consistently.
Spice Nights. That's something different.
I was going to say, inappropriate.
Yeah, the Galaxy Range. They go through. They went through each character to Goose, and Goose was always my guy. And then went around, and then it blasting through space. No guts, no glory. Mummy's alive.
Wasn't that the same team that did the X-Men cartoon?
I think that was later, huh? Was that 90s?
Yeah.
I missed so many 90s cartoons.
But I think that's the same team that did the X-Men cartoon from the 90s. That
what did they go directly from X-Men? Because it's 97.
Is it? Oh, maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah, Mummy's Alive would have not hit the right time for me.
Bionic 6. That's familiar too. Bionic 6. Oh, no. 87. What? How did I miss that one? That was in that short little span right there too. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, somebody Okay, hold on. I've got to set this up.
You know what cartoon I watched when I was a kid was, I think it was short-lived, was the Pink Panther. Was it Pink Panther and Son, where he was friends with all the different color kids? I always wanted toys of those because it was like all these like Pink Panther-ish kind of designs coming in like every color of the rainbow. They look cool.
Look, it's in the style of, it's customs out of DCUC.
And what is that?
Bionic 6.
Oh, Bionic 6. Oh, okay.
See, I don't remember that much.
Yeah, I don't either.
There's a big gorilla.
Is it Grape Ape?
No, it's not Grape Ape, who we need in action figure form.
Heck yeah, I'd love Grape Ape. He'd be right at the top. He'd be like in I know this sounds crazy, but in a Hanna-Barbera line, he would probably be in my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just give me a Wacky Racers line, and then
yeah, Penelope and all of them. Yeah.
Oh dang! Give me some Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I don't know that one.
How about some Speed Buggy? But you get Speed Buggy. For some reason, you also need oh man, how did I just forget that? It just blew right out of my shark. The shark voiced by Curly.
Oh.
Like Curly.
Yeah. Oh,
see?
I'm picturing him right now, and it's like
because they play in a band.
Yeah.
Jabberjaws.
Jabberjaw. Yeah.
Old Man Hosetown had it before I even asked, I think.
Yeah. Jabberjaw.
Reading my mind.
Yeah.
Jabberjaw. Is Grape... What did I just see? My mouse went crazy. Is Grape Ape a kaiju? Please discuss.
Grape Ape would be an incredible... So I know everyone's seen like when they like did Cookie Monster as a kaiju or something like that. Grape Ape done in kaiju style redesign would be amazing.
I have the Mezco King Kong that's like a couple of feet tall.
Really? Listen to these treasures that I don't know that you have. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, I'm almost tempted now to paint it purple.
That would be yeah. Do it. Do it, Doug.
Grape Ape X Godzilla.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, I need a Wacky Racers. I mostly need a Dick Dastardly.
Yeah. And Dick Dastardly, Muttley, and Penelope are the 3 that I'd really want from a Wacky Racers line.
Yeah. Turbo Teen with real transforming action.
Weird.
I don't think that'd happen.
Weird.
His face goes down and spreads out as wide as a
so
car.
Weird. Like that. Like I wasn't aware of that show when I was a kid, but it would have like unsettled me. I wouldn't have been able to watch it. But I can't watch body horror, so that's along the same lines, I think. So.
It is kind of and I think it was hot water and cold water, right? That transformed them back and forth or something like that.
I don't know.
Can't even wash your car anymore.
Oh, Phil, hello. The robotic stooges, man, they did some crazy things back in the day.
Yeah, we will never see the craziness that we've already seen ever again.
But since you were talking about that, the Mezco 112 like Popeye style. This might sound a little weird, but could you imagine 3 Stooges figures kind of in that same vein?
I imagine so many things in that.
That would be kind of crazy, kind of cool.
Because we need because I don't have 3 Stooges either.
I know. And man, that was so when I was a kid, because I was a kid in the 80s, like I was a latchkey kid most of the time, and it's like that's kind of how I knew how to tell time, but I kind of like paid attention to time by what in the morning to get on the bus to go to school by like what was on TV. And so many Three Stooges reruns on TBS early in the morning. So I watched a lot of that when I was a kid.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, that was on right before we had to leave.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that's how he transformed back and forth. It doesn't say hot and cold because I already scrolled past. Y'all are crazy. Yes, the hot water and cold water was also Ranma 1/2.
Oh yeah. That I did know.
Bam. Do. Okay, now I have to click this. Y'all are forcing me to click this. I can just do this. Find water. Uh-oh. Maybe that wasn't how he transformed. Oh, extreme heat, extreme cold. But the way I remember it was mostly water.
Gotcha.
Because wait, as a reason, exposed to molecular beam invented by scientists for a government agent called Caldwell. As a result, Brett and his car become fused together.
Yikes.
Morph into the car when exposed to extreme heat and revert into his human form when exposed to extreme cold.
Man, just think if David Cronenberg got a hold of a script for a movie for something like that, I would never sleep again.
A recurring villain is the mysterious, unseen Dark Rider who drives a monster truck and seeks to capture Brett in order to find the secret behind his abilities. Dark Rider is voiced by Frank Welker.
Oh, of course.
Huh.
Yeah, Turbo Teen, directed by David Cronenberg, coming next year.
Figure transform with extreme heat and cold. Has a great Snake Plissken ever been made? I need one. There was a McFarlane movie Maniacs statue, but I think that's the only thing we've seen Snake Plissken.
But man, it's easy for me to, it's like NECA, man, they already have a relationship with Kurt Russell. It's like, I need Snake Plissken. I need Jack Burton. Make them happen.
Jack Burton.
Because seriously, it's like, I've gotten Mega Man and Fraggle Rock in the last couple of months. If we get some like Sesame Street figures to go along with it, it's like, I think Big Trouble in Little China is like pushed to the top of my list of action figures that I've never had, and I don't count the ones from way back because those were so horrible.
They were, but I can't help remembering those as a Sam Goody.
Yes,
they were in there for so long.
I always saw them at Suncoast. Yep,
Suncoast.
Yep.
Was it Sam Goody or Sun? Maybe it was Suncoast.
I think they carried the same type of stuff.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Crunch versus the Soggies as a horror reboot. Didn't NECA do a 12-inch Snake back in 2009?
I mean, you named the year, so that sounds like it's pretty likely.
Oh, here's funky. I ran across a YouTube clip the other day, or YouTube suggested that Roadhouse. Need some Roadhouse figures.
You know, kind of in that same vein, it's crazy to me that there were over-the-top figures in the 80s.
Well, yeah.
And I kind of want them.
Oh, man. Yeah, the mall.
Yeah, I'd go to Suncoast, KB. There are a couple of great stores. Collecting them.
Later, GameStop had one in my mall,
and Toys R Us was right across the street from the mall, so it was like,
yep. Yeah. In fact, it was just this last winter that the Toys R Us building, the Toys R Us where ours was, got remodeled into a bowling alley, half bowling alley, and half woodsman or outdoors place, but
That's
they're
quite the
truck
split.
but there was a cell phone place and something else and something else and something else, and then Blockbuster on the end of this one building. Toys R Us was on one end, Blockbuster back in the day was on the other, and the loading dock for Toys R Us was all the way at the other end on the
Oh,
Blockbuster side. I
really?
guess I had a hallway going all the way across the back of the thing or something, or a dock, or I don't know. But the sign for Toys R Us pickups was still there last winter, at the first to last winter, or maybe it was the year
Really?
before. And they took it down. They finally remodeled that end of the building, and I went to go film it. Or no, I filmed it for an intro for a weekly, and then a couple weeks later, it was gone.
Oh, should
So
have gotten that sign.
I
Should have gotten
know.
that sign. Ah!
I know. I thought that would be awesome on the outside of my building. Just, but
Yeah. And then you could have like on the back side of the door when you go in, like one of those plastic things that like hold like cards or papers and things in there, and you could recreate the "I want to buy a video game here" type of thing. And
yeah, just put it all in front of the toys.
Mhm.
Later, Earl.
Night.
Sam Goody. Walden Books was across from either Suncoast or Sam Goody, whichever store that was in
I
the
want
mall.
to say Walden was right next door to KB. Because yeah, I would go in and get toys and then take the bags out to the car and then go to Aladdin's castle for a while.
Oh no, we didn't have anything cool like that. We had a silver ball that had a couple of arcade games.
Ever since you were a young boy, you played at Silver Ball?
Silver ball back in the day. Now it's actually a card shop with paints and kind of a hobby shop type thing.
Wow.
I like to go in there and tell the youngins how I used to stand here and watch my friends get mad at each other playing Street Fighter. Right here. Right here. Right here.
You know, that's so crazy that you said that because, you know, I had that My Arcade Mega Man handheld game.
Mhm,
Remember? I had it when we went to Toy Fair.
mhm.
I finally decided that I needed the Street Fighter one in my life, and that was actually delivered yesterday, and I was playing it for a little bit today. So that's kind
Yeah.
of crazy. And it's Super Street Fighter. And it reminds me, it's like, okay, I know that we've gotten from Jada now the Player 2 Ryu figure, and there have been some leaks about some possible other colorways, but man, that game had some insanely cool color variation to the costumes and stuff that I would probably be a sucker for a bunch of them if Jada decided to get a little crazy with making some different colors. It's like Ryu had like this lime green gi with a darker green headband, and it's like that should not happen, but that's really cool.
And one, it's accurate. If they do
Yeah,
repaints, then they're pulling from the source. And two, it only makes sense as a toy company to do
yeah,
repaints when they make sense.
yeah.
The molds are there.
It's
They're
like
excellent figures.
Mega Man, that's a given because that's kind of part of his thing is the different
Mhm.
colors. But if you really look at the Street Fighter stuff too, it's like, yeah, each one's got like 5 or 6 colorways they could do.
Robo, what is your wish list for DC Multiverse live action figures? There's not a lot of live action that I mean, if Multiverse would do I'm already doing the Batman 66 stuff, but if they wanted to do that in larger, more articulated figures, then I may do that. Do the movie in the bigger scale.
Hmm.
Or there's not a lot that they haven't done. Was Dalsim blue?
Yeah. And then Blanco is like every color pretty much. But I know it's just like a possible leak / rumor, but man, I hope that pink Chun-Li does end up happening because of her like classic costume. The pink colorway was definitely the best one after her blue one. So
Smurf blue Blanca.
yeah. He had like yellow hair, I think.
Which would make for a cool beast custom.
Or, mascot for this program.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I didn't even... Chris Reeves' son. Yeah, okay, I would probably get a Christopher. But on that front, I have the Mezco, so I'm pretty good. And somebody made an excellent custom for me, too, so... 18 figure set.
Speaking of Mezco, Prune Face starts processing tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is crazy because he's coming before the Dick Tracy flat top set, and that was solicited long after that.
Oh man, Prune Face is going to look kind of weird by himself, huh?
Well, he'd look weird no matter what, because that's kind of the point. But
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. He'll get things rolling. And you know what? I'm thinking that since there's only 3 of those right now, I got those fire escape shelves. You know the ones that I'm talking about. There.
You got some?
I got some, and it's like I don't have all 4 levels. I have 2 on each side of like some new shelving that I put up, and it's like I think I'm going to put those Dick Tracy figures there instead of with the old Playmates ones that I have. I think they'll look good on there.
Have them stand out. That'd be cool.
On one of them, because I've got some different ones going on. So,
hey Quinn, what's happening?
Hey.
Oh, every character. Oh, yeah, I would. Yeah, every character from the movie Tombstone.
You know what I'd want to be the first one, though?
Which one? Okay, hold on. Which one would be your first?
It's just so I could say it. That's just so I could say it all the time. Well, bye.
I nearly said Curly Bill. I nearly said Curly Bill. And,
yeah, I need Curly Bill first.
Curly Bill and Johnny Ringo. That'd be a good start.
Well, bye.
And Ike. You got to have an Ike.
Yeah.
Law don't go around here, Law Dog. And then you got to have the brothers. Do we have a... Oh, well, Paxton. Wait, no, that was... Do we have a Bill Paxton action figure?
Yeah, from Aliens.
Was that it? Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I couldn't remember who they made.
Game over, man.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I guess I'd take a Wyatt and...
But those would be rad Mezco figures. They really
would.
They'd be rad Mezco figures.
Doc. But then you need horses.
So you could say goodbye. So you could say goodbye to the horses.
No.
Goodbye, horses.
Goodbye.
All right, everybody. What do we think of when we think of goodbye horses?
That's right. So you want those figures too, huh?
I got that. There's another one. I got a Hannibal Lecter figure from 5K Toys that's kind of animated and Jack from The Shining too.
Yeah.
I kind of like him.
And she walked out of our lives forever. 4 Horsemen Tombstone line. Okay. Y'all are bringing up some others. I would get a Bixby and Lou Ferrigno Hulk set. That would be pretty sweet. That's not DC though. But...
And I would have Rebel 10 make a custom shirt that he's always wearing at conventions.
Stop it. What is that, a turtleneck?
It's a short sleeve, like almost sweatshirt looking thing.
but that and a Linda Carter Wonder Woman and the Spider-Man from the TV series. Was that before that? Was it earlier? Later? Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
That'd be a shelf. Oh, might as well do Young Guns too. You put it in there too. Let's finish the game, Doc.
Chavez.
He's probably out there doing it to his horse. They did it, boys. They got the house on fire.
With standing up in the bathtub, Billy the Kid, bare ass version.
That's the first thing I thought of whenever. Of course, not that. Whenever Secret Invasion was that the last Disney Plus show that the president is Dirty Steve. You guys see the size of that chicken? William H. Bonney, you are not a god. Man, I love that. Oh man, that was one of those movies I watched over and over in high school. I don't know if this is supposed to be embarrassing or whatever, but it was that Major League.
Oh hell yeah!
1990 movie was every morning before school, and Big Trouble Little China.
Dude, yeah. I will tell you this right now. I say this with 100% seriousness that I absolutely badly want a Lou Brown action figure.
Man, if I wanted to get psyched up for school or go do something or something, it was Wild Thing. I get when that last time he comes out.
I'm too old to be diving into lockers.
You mean take them out back, kick the shit out of them? No, not movies. They alternated, and it was different scenes. You know, some mornings it was the RAF rooftop scene, and sometimes it was the final battle of Big Trouble Little China.
But you hit like shit.
You may run like Mary's, but you hit like his sister.
You were watching the TNT version.
That's right. You're watching the TV version.
I say,
give him the heater.
Give him the heater. Come on, Ricky. Give him the heater. You know, a minor league baseball team several years ago gave out Jobu bobbleheads as a promotion at a game one night, and I really, really, really wanted to try to get my hands on one, but I never did.
That would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know Nicholas Hammond was in No Way Home. Was that was the last scene, right?
I don't remember.
We're in the spirit world, asshole. They can't see us.
Black blood of the earth. You mean oil? No, I mean black blood of the earth.
Roadhouse and Coming to America. Oh, I didn't see much Bloodsport. I remember it, but was that Van Damme in the Kumite? Or was that a different movie? Was that Bloodsport?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But she's your queen to be.
Okay, USA. And then everybody knows what is that, Velvet?
Yeah, I love Major League with all my heart, especially Lou Brown.
Oh, the Golden Child toy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too. That would be. I said I want the knife, please.
Yeah, Alpha. He's right. Diamond Select, I think, is making Bloodsport, aren't they?
Oh, was it Diamond Support? Diamond Support. Oh man, it's been a long day. Was it Diamond Select or was it? What was that? Not that booth that was on down the way with
Oh, they're doing it's the new Jerry Macaluso thing, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Is that Ghoulies?
Yeah, with Ghoulies and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
was it
Bloodsport,
them?
wasn't
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was them. I can't remember.
it? It is very bad to steal Joe Boo's robe. It's very bad. Need Axel Foley. Has anybody seen the new one on Netflix? Is it?
I was gonna say now's the time.
Is it out yet, or is it coming?
I don't think it's out yet. I don't think it comes out till this summer.
Sweet brother Numsy. God, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Golden Child. I've never seen Platoon.
Oh, it's a great movie. it's not a feel-good movie.
Yeah. If we can't have a McDonald's line, maybe we can have a McDowell's with Big Nick.
I'll take it.
We can get some golden arcs, bio pieces.
I'll take it.
we don't have sesame seeds.
Oh.
Wait, is there a Roadhouse remake too?
Man,
is
stepping on hallowed ground there. Remaking Roadhouse
is not unless they bring back some of the Sam Elliott could play the same, right? He'd still limp around and barely punch. Because, like I said, they showed me YouTube showed me a clip of all of the oh God, what was his name in the movie? I don't know. But yeah, he just kind of had the bum leg and Three Amigos.
You know, I'm usually I usually cannot stomach Martin Short or Chevy Chase, but I do like that movie.
Martin Short is not my cup of tea, but he's usually running with Steve Martin.
Yeah. And it's like
the Roadhouse remake trailer just dropped this week. That's why they showed me the double douche. Yeah, Wade Garrett. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wade Garrett. Oh, Pedro Pascal is playing Wade Garrett.
Well,
no,
he's playing everybody. So,
well, yeah. Do we have Young Frankenstein?
No.
Roadhouse, Road. That's a weird word. Roadhouse remake. Wait, Jake Gyllenhaal? Upcoming Conor McGregor. Wait, y'all joking about the Pedro Pascal. I'll take Spaceball figures, though.
That can't happen.
I know.
It's too bad because I would love it. I would love it.
Wait, they don't have the name's Dalton. They don't have a Wade listed on IMDb. Tropic Thunder. Action figures, Robert Downey Jr.
Ooh, Ernest goes to camp. Yeah,
that's right.
Heck yeah. Ernest needs a kidney. Ernest goes someplace cheap. Ernest Saves Christmas is one of 3 movies my dad ever took me to when I was a kid, and that was his choice.
Yeah. See, I know Ernest from local news commercials before all that.
That's crazy.
And I know because I think he's Kentucky, Tennessee, somewhere over that direction. Yeah, but
probably.
He was doing all kinds of local commercials for a big area, and yeah, But with local news, Craig Cannon, and he would go through the whole spiel, go through all the newscasters for the local news, and then when the movie came out, it was weird because wait,
why is this
local guy,
folksy spokesman?
Yeah, because back then, didn't know how all that shit worked.
Yeah,
I figured he was local. He was, lived in town. But
yeah. A townie.
and it always throws me even more because of that whenever I see him doing plays or stage work, where he's very, very serious and very, very good at it.
Yeah. I know he was like regarded as a very it's like what's his name? It took Ed O'Neill a long time to break out of the Al Bundy thing, but man, he's been in some movies where it's like, holy shit.
Now, Ernest, did he have a Saturday morning TV show?
Yeah.
Where he did a bunch of characters, like his old lady.
Wasn't there a cartoon too? Wasn't there an Ernest cartoon too?
Oh, I don't know about a cartoon. I just remember him doing all the different characters.
Yeah. I know there was
a lady was my aunt.
There was a Camp Candy cartoon.
Somebody brought that up earlier about action figures.
I would buy anything related to John Candy. I absolutely adore John Candy so much.
Is Dutch the one where he had the kid and he was trying to get him the kid somewhere, or Ed O'Neill?
I think so. Yes.
I'm gonna have to use that for an intro soon. I've used Spaceballs twice in a month, so it just fits too well. Oh yeah, just get Ace on the Spaceball thing. Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh. It's not your gang, Dave. It's your gang, Dave. Tell the voices no, Pete. Oh, Dutch was Ethan Embry? Was that? It was little Ethan Embry.
Little Ethan Embry. Now that sounds like a cartoon that he had.
He was the bass player in That Thing You Do. Oh well, he was also in Empire Records. He was shit. I can't remember. '49ers win.
Boo.
The O-Neaters. Oh man, this mouse sucks. It keeps clicking to full-on scroll mode. You guys ever see Runaway? Yes, Magnum P.I. and Gene Simmons as the devilish bad guy. Is that with the robots? That was going around, some kind of techno thriller? Or am I thinking of it? It was like robot spiders.
I don't know. Robo spiders.
Robo spiders. Dun, 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 dun. Lawrence Fishburne was on Pee Wee Herman. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Cowboy Curtis.
Cowboy Curtis. $1 million billion. Is that all?
Perfect recreations of the in-universe Spaceballs action figures would be incredible.
Yeah, it would. The ones that he's actually playing with. Yeah. Yeah, I'd take it.
I wasn't a big Battlestar Galactica kid either. I kind of remember it being on, but I don't remember it. I Come in Peace with Dolph Lundgren. I don't remember that one.
Mm-hmm. I got my closest that I'll get to Dolph He-Man, I guess. So I'll be happy with that.
Oh man, after Tombstone, please give me all of the 13th Warrior. That was another movie I watched way late, way after it came out, and yeah, that Antonio Banderas,
yeah,
and all the Vikings. Oh, yep, Desperado, Nita El Mariachi. In fact, his brother from that movie is in the new Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
There's the better Dolph head that Ramen Toys made for the Masterverse figure if you wanted to do that.
Yeah. I don't care for the Masterverse movie figures. I guess if it would fit on the Classics one, it could work. I'm just glad the Evil In Masterverse figure fits in with the Classics, the William Stout collection figures, which she does. So that was perfect because I didn't think that He-Man was good at all in the Masterverse, I'm afraid. The head was the worst part, but even proportionally, it looks kind of weird.
Are they doing a new Running Man too?
I mean, seems like they're...
Seems like I read that somewhere. Edgar Wright's Running Man remake.
Really?
Start production this year. Oh, it has nothing. Just director Edgar Wright.
So it's an idea right now.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I think I saw that when I think Arnold was being interviewed on something, and he was talking about it. If they asked him if he was going to be involved,
did he say yes?
Running Man 2, run faster,
run faster.
They Live action figures. They made one, didn't they?
Did they?
Wait, am I thinking of the wrong movie?
I don't know.
My computer hates me. Get in there. Yeah. John Roddy Popper.
Oh, yeah. You mean
Wait.
the one that I have back there? Yes,
yeah, that's the way you said that. I thought, well, maybe I'm thinking of a different movie because what's the movie with the alien pilot and the Earth pilot crash on the same planet, and they have to, and then the alien pilot has a baby, and he has to take the baby to the home planet and recite all his names.
Mac and Me?
No. Enemy Mine. Tony's got it.
Oh.
Actually, it's Enemy Monet.
Monet, yeah.
See, this is what our live streams are going to become. Me forgetting the names of shit and giving poor descriptions of
vague descriptions. Yeah. Only
just vague. Biodome. Got it.
Absolutely.
I saw he was in he's in a short Richard Simmons documentary type thing.
Yeah, that was.
He does look like him.
Absolutely not endorsed by Richard Simmons. I
heard.
Yeah.
Toy Soldiers, I remember loving as a kid. Wasn't that the college where they get trapped or something?
Yeah.
Well, it's called Robo Don't Know for a reason. Yeah, I'm leaning way too hard into it. Not because of age or forgetfulness. It's just a clever, catchy name.
It's a brand.
Oh, man. In a few years, I'll have to change the name to, Robo Knows Nothing on a day-to-day basis. Nothing. John Travolta, Nick Cage, Con Air. Small soldiers, like small soldiers. Yeah, Will Wheaton and
Toy Soldier.
I know that. I got the song stuck in my head a minute ago. Then it came back around. Yeah, Will Wheaton and Sean Astin.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Wheaton.
Enemy not mine. Robo forgot. That's it. That's the new name. Robo completely forgot. Oh, Willy's Wonderland. The Five Nights at Freddy's before they could make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
But then they made a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I know. But you can't beat Nick Cage going around beating up animatronics.
That's true.
Without saying a word. He has not one line in that movie, I think. Did he say something at the end? No, I don't think so. Robo has a play day with Series 3 Marvel Legends.
I don't remember Magneto being in this wave. And Thor and Wolverine.
The better Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I haven't seen the new one. YouTube was also showing me clips of a Nick Cage movie where he was psychic, right? With Jessica Biel. And he could see into the future. And it was some crazy thing where the bad guy had Biel and was shooting at Nick Cage. And Nick Cage was dodging the bullets, walking towards him. I was like, what is this movie? And it's from like 2004 or 2000. It's early 2000s.
Are you sure it wasn't just him live streaming?
But I couldn't tell because of Nick Cage. But then I thought, well, I haven't seen Biel in anything in a while. Was the movie awful? I just saw the couple of clips. Because he also, when he first meets her, he uses the power to kind of go through a scenario where she didn't go out with him. And so he changed it. He was like, well, I'll try it a different way then. And then they went out or something. Moonstruck. That's it. Terms of endearment. Renfield was okay. Felt like Jessica Biel requested all of her scenes be shot in another building.
You know, what I haven't seen a lot of requests for during this live stream is where are the people for Steel Magnolia's action figures?
That's right.
You know, your old pal Weezer.
Your old pal Weezer. She was right. Does look like a football helmet. You're thinking of National Treasure extended cut. Next sounds more like it. So it's next or no one. It's something like that. Because when I looked it up, it was like it's hard to look up. Jessica Biel would make a perfect live action April O'Neil on Golden Pond 1/12 collection.
No.
Untouchables figures, anyone? We are watching through Fringe right now, and the sheriff in the last episode we watched was Untouchables, the accountant guy that they got on the team.
Man.
That's all I know him from was that, and he was in American Graffiti.
Yeah. Kramer versus Kramer action figure.
Cocoon action figures from Mattel.
You know, there's a good chance that Wilford Brimley was younger than you are right now when he filmed that movie.
Oh man, do not. Okay.
But he still looked like he was in his late 70s.
It's like Carol O'Connor whenever he was on.
Yeah. You're older than Edith Bunker now.
Okay, Cocoon was 1985. Wilford Brimley was born in 34.
Okay, so not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Close. Wait. 34, 35 would have been 50.
Yeah.
I'm 3 years younger than Wilford Brimley.
And you only look like 25 years younger.
Good grief. You know what? It's stuff like that I like.
Well, it wasn't me saying that you're old. It's that people look way older.
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm older than Carol O'Connor in is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
As Archie Bunker in All in the Family.
That's crazy.
Wilford Brimley has always been 70.
And we can't even talk about one of my favorite ever Wilford Brimley turns, because you've never seen it, because it was in Seinfeld where he plays the postmaster general, and it is absolutely amazing. He's essentially his character from he's kind of his character from The Firm.
Have I seen The Firm?
I know you'll do your best to protect the firm.
Carol O'Connor was 27 in All of the Family. Fish from Barney Miller was younger than that.
Fish. Oh, man.
Don't look up the ages of the traveling Wilburys in the 80s.
Yeah, because they were the old guys by then, but I think only Roy Orbison was over 50.
And he didn't make it much past that, did he? It was early 90s.
Yeah.
Abe Vigoda. Are y'all talking about Good Burger?
Jeez.
What? Abe Vigoda's in Good Burger?
He's in The Godfather. He's in, but yeah, he's in Good Burger.
That's right. Man, what did I walk into? Missing all context for this conversation.
You missed that Robo is a Masters of the Universe fan now, and the world is on its ear.
Oh, that's that looks like it's time to go, because he's looking for ride home.
Oh, all right then. Man, you always used to have to stop when your parents said it was time to come home, and now you got to stop because your kid wants to come home.
Yeah, it's like, hey, man, hey, it's time to go. Super articulated Don Knotts. Don't give me. I will take
Andy.
That's right, Andy Griffith show figures. I saw pictures of Aunt B when she was younger too this week, and it was kind of like, wait a second.
Because she was like in her 20s when they filmed that show.
She was 32. No, she wasn't. There is no context for this conversation.
No, there's really not. Not today.
Yeah, Robo has to go pretend to be an adult. Okay.
All right.
Time to go? Time to get out of here? You want to see this outro?
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I've never been so excited for a show to be over to see this outro.
Hey, don't stop it. I'll take a whole Mayberry seat. Yeah. Got to get Thelma Lou in there, and
I'll get you color and black and white versions.
Okay. Appreciate everybody coming by for this quick stream. 2 hours is quick, right?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Nonsensical stream for the most part.
Yeah, just back and forth. We didn't even get into food because at this point in the day, I've eaten.
Yeah.
So I'm not thinking about food constantly. So
yeah.
But we will try to be back on schedule. Be back in a couple of weeks if I can, or we'll see what happens.
That's going to be the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Sunday. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Maybe. I won't be watching it. I'll be
like, nobody watches the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But okay, everybody be careful, have fun. Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Later.